lights on. Use Airtel Money to pay for all your Yaka bills conveniently. Open the My Airtel app to buy Yaka units. Airtel Money. Simple, secure, borderless.
A very good afternoon to you all, and welcome from me, Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma, to Lunchtime News here on UBC TV this Monday, the 9th day of January 2023. We are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcast House here on Nile Avenue. We begin this bulletin in Mbale, where the State House Comptroller, Ms. Jane Barichi, has advised the youth in Bugisu sub-region to learn how to save money if they want to develop economically. The Comptroller made the remarks during the graduation ceremony of 215 students at the Bugisu Zonal Industrial Hub, situated at Luhonge Village, Luhonge Sub-County in Mbale District. She further tasked Parliament to increase funding to State House so that in future they are able to provide startup capital to the successful beneficiaries. Take a watch.
I'm going to ask a hand from the MPs. We take it in Parliament. We take it to the head of state. Because this is a very big expenditure. If we start it, then we must sustain it. If they pass that budget, we have your records. We shall find you anywhere I shall be. And we give you these tools. But as of now, at a hub, we are going to start a common user facility in all different skills. Those who are nearby that hub shall get a chance to come and make their items without a cost. Go out and sell. That is the immediate solution we have from State House. Another solution that we have, the President develops the country from other ministries, not only State House. He put money in local government in a program called PDM. And there is a 30% which is for youth. I want the LDCs that promised these young ones to stand up, that they should find in your offices on Monday, and you guide them, and you front them, and you register them, and you take them to different districts where they belong, so that they can be given these funds to use as startup capital. That is a solution also. Another solution which I didn't know is from UPDF. They have told you that this certificate you have attained today can qualify you for their training. inyalisa huhwila watsahola training wekilo musirikale. And they have an engineering brigade team. Atebali ni team ihola bya engineer hoba engineering brigade, which wants so many workers atekana barambi bakali that have these skills. Bali ni kama ni kubukesi bweshalele bwesi bufunile buno. My country also has a petroleum industry which is developing. They want many youth who did welding. Those ones can also take you up. So don't find out any excuse for not utilizing your asset that you have attained.
State House Comptroller Ms. Jane Barichi ending that story there. Now, police has emphasized that recklessness on the road is still the main cause of road accidents in Uganda. Traffic Police spokesperson Farida Nampima has called on motorists to respect traffic laws to curb road carnage. The police have committed to provide medical support to Ewan Choko Hairwe, a one-year juvenile who was shot at by a flying squad in Hoima during an operation against a robbery gang.
The motorcycle riders who were arrested without wearing crash helmets are 730. Those riding without valid driving permits were 292. And those who are found riding on the road carrying more than one passenger were 179, among other reckless driving on the road. That means people disregard the rules on the road while driving. They should drive with proper caution on the road. While using their handheld mobile phones. Some vehicles are not in good shape. The condition of the car is not good as some tires burst, thus causing crashes on the road. We urge the public to pay attention to those mentioned above so that we reduce the crashes on the roads.
And the team from the region of Albertine was able to visit this child while he was still admitted at Destiny Clinic. The child is supposed to undergo an operation, but since his pressure is still unstable, the medical team is still holding on until the pressure stabilizes, and then he will be operated.
Kampala Capital City Authority KCCA, in partnership with the UNDP, have donated 5,000 reflector jackets to border raiders from all the 5 divisions of Kampala, each division receiving 1,000 jackets. The Executive Director KCCA, Dorothy Kisaka, says this is meant to help reduce accidents on the roads. She has urged unregistered riders to embrace the arrangement and get into the system. However, raiders have requested KCCA to merge and accommodate them in the gazetted stages. There are about 150,000 border raiders, but there are fears that about 90,000 of them may fail to get stages to operate after gazetting them.
Usooke bulinde bogenda maaso tukomewo naawe ku mmeeza tutuule ku mmeeza tuwandiike abavuzi bonna tulabe nga tukkaanya ekintu kino ffe bannaffe banandise okukaaba amaziga nti bagenda tugoba naye ze mmanyi togenda tugoba kubanga oli muzadde waffe nkusaba nkwegayiridde ekintu kino tukikwate bulungi ku buwanga mu Uganda mutegeka bayinginiya be bali wano.
Era ffe twagala nnyo nga KCCA okulaba nti ebintu by'entambula ebya boda mu kibuga bitereera. Yes. Tekiri nti tubagobaganya tutereeza butereeza tukolagane tutya.
Meanwhile, government is considering a comprehensive review of the decentralization policy that sought to delegate authority by the top management to the middle and lower levels of management. A Minister for Local Government, Raphael Majezi, says the move is part of an upcoming amendment of the Local Government Act. Majezi says the amendment seeks to, among other things, strengthen the framework for the operationalization of new cities. Here is our reporter, Henry Okrot, with more on that.
The substantive motion on the floor is for Terebo district.
Districts have been created.
Right Honorable Moruno Soro here. On behalf of the people of our district, I vote yes.
Municipalities have been annexed. Cities pronounced.
As I wait for Kasese Industrial and Mineral City, Madam Speaker, allow me to vote yes.
And other local government units established. There may have been disagreements in the process.
I vote no.
But this has been part of the many years of the decentralization policy, rolled out way back in 1997 under the Local Government Act of 1997. That has since undergone 4 amendments. The policy inherently decentralized service delivery institutions and their governance in order to improve access to services for the rural poor. 30 years later, it is about time to have this policy reviewed.
A policy which started in 1992 October. Really, it's time to see whether we are still on track, whether things we need to straighten and so on, and to tighten, including tightening, monitoring and evaluation of our performance as a local government.
Effective operationalization of the recently created cities from across various regions of the country is top among the amendments.
We have only been saying that cities are the equivalents of the district, but they also need their own structures. They need their statutory bodies like City Service Commission, City Land Boards and so on. So we are bringing them in the Local Government Act by amending that act.
Uganda is currently home to 135 districts, 10 cities, 1 capital city, and 31 municipalities. Others are 1,496 sub-counties, 25 city divisions, 89 municipal divisions, and 580 town councils.
Yes, we are in this process. We shall consult. We shall reach out to the local government associations and the local governments and the population so that in case you feel there's something to improve, to straighten in the Local Government Act, I've informed you. We are already in that process.
It is hoped that by the end of March 2023, the country will have a revised decentralization policy that will address inadequate local financial resources and over-reliance on conditional central government grants, inability to attract and retain sufficient trained and experienced staff, corruption, nepotism, and elite capture.
The framework for the operationalization of cities, good enough, we had already proposed a regulation. So we have brought it on board in the Local Government Act amendment, but even the other aspects we shall do them. And then to make sure that PDM itself gets more strengthening in terms of the legal framework for local government.
Decentralization was rolled out as a democratic reform which sought to transfer political, administrative, financial and planning authority from center to local governments by promoting popular participation, empower local people to make their own decisions, and enhance accountability. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Thanks, Henry, for that report there. And we've just got news from Kasese, where police has arrested residents in Kasese, including teachers, over an early morning demonstration that was staged to protest decisions related to drug supply by the Ministry of Health. Take a watch.
Which we are fighting for is installed.
Thank you.
I found we have one thing.
I want to answer question by question. Now, you are going to get communication as soon, because the RDCs will talk. he has called the leaders, the LOC3, the mayor, the LOC5. They are supposed to have an engagement meeting about the issues, and later on, the area MPs are also going to meet the leaders of Ministry of Health, and I think there will be feedback.
Thanks, Afande.
And of course, we'll give you a detailed story of that incident later on in our subsequent bulletins. But now we'll take a short break and we'll be returning with what's happening in the latest in business. Stay with us.
Set to transport to the wrong person. Here's how to reverse it with MTN Mobile Money. Dial *165#. Select My Account. Select Initiate Reversal. You will see your last 3 transactions. Select the transaction you want to reverse. Enter your mobile money PIN and you'll get an SMS confirmation that the transaction has been blocked from being withdrawn. And that's it. Please note, only transactions that haven't been withdrawn can be reversed.
Oh, Susan, I want to propose to Rose. Yes, and this time I am serious.
Have you guys had sex?
Duh, of course.
And have you had sex without using condoms?
Hey, Nga, you're curious.
I'm more concerned. Are you having sex with other people?
Hey, hello, is this an interview or what?
No, just things you should think about. Do you know Rose's HIV status?
Okay, this is serious. Should I be worried?
It is actually serious. Do you know your HIV status?
I think I am safe. Many times we get into situations that put us at risk of HIV. However, the first step to ending HIV is getting tested and knowing your results.
It's Time Up HIV. Call 0800-211-046 or text 8080 toll-free for more information about how to prevent HIV.
This message is brought to you by Ministry of Health with support from USAID.
The festive season is here and it's Christmas in 4G from Airtel. Get the most affordable 4G smartphone in Uganda, now heavily discounted from 250,000 shillings to 150,000 shillings only. Yes! 150,000 shillings only to keep you connected to your loved ones this holiday season.
Dial *175*94# to activate free 1 GB instantly and 100% double data on all weekly and monthly bundles for 3 months. Get one today while stock lasts from the nearest Airtel shop. Happy holidays this festive season with Airtel, the smartphone network.
The Ministry of Health informs the public that there are confirmed cases of Ebola in Uganda. We, however, urge the public not to panic as the situation is being managed. The Ministry of Health further reminds the public to be on the lookout for any persons who may show signs and symptoms of Ebola. These include high body temperature, abdominal pains, diarrhea, vomiting, bleeding from the body openings such as the nose, eyes, and mouth. Please inform the nearest health worker immediately if you see anyone with these signs and symptoms. To prevent Ebola from spreading further, please take the following preventive measures: regular washing of hands with water and soap, avoid handshaking and hugging, avoiding any contact with any suspected Ebola patients. Any person who dies suddenly should not be buried but reported to the nearest health worker or LC1 immediately. For further information, please call the Ministry of Health toll-free number on 0800-100-066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF and World Health Organization.
Soka numpa hemanga tona genda Kenya unta Yesu sekodia Alasoga miuse nenkarama teli wanenyura Jonyambe umpe okuhema Cause I love you Hema Everybody know Ema maziganga gampomela.
The 37th National Resistance Movement Liberation Day is here. This will be celebrated on the 26th of January 2023 under the theme, Our tireless effort to transform Uganda is a promise we can't afford to fail. The NRM government has made a lot of achievements in the different sectors like infrastructure development, health sector, ICT, agriculture, education and sports, trade and industry, not forgetting peace and security. This year's event will be held at Kakeka Grounds, Kakumiro Town Council, Kakumiro District. Long live NRM, long live Uganda.
Welcome back from that break, and this is Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. My name is Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma. Let's talk some business now. President Yoweri Museveni has been commended for initiating the Zonal Industrial Hub program that's aimed at scaling and curbing unemployment among the youth. A Kwen County Member of Parliament, William Chemonge, says the Industrial Hub program is one of the serious initiatives through which the NRM government is passionately supporting the local people. The MP made the remarks during the graduation ceremony of 216 students at Sebei Zonal Industrial Hub in Kwen District.
Jasang Emmanuel.
216 students at Sebei Zonal Industrial Hub situated at Nasak Village, Chepskunya Town Council in Kweni have completed a 6 months free training in different vocational disciplines.
So when we come here to celebrate such achievement, some people who have never gone through the life that these people have been going through will take it simple. But for us, I know how much money have been saved in the families of these people, and I know where their lives is going to be in the next year.
State House Controller Jen Baleche, who represented the President, advised the youth in Sebei sub-region to work hard and get their families out of poverty.
We should give you machines that can make you work, use your skills to make money. In this hub, we have what we call common user facility. We are going to equip it immediately next intake. We are going to put in all these machines that he was talking about. Honorable Member of Parliament, follow it up so that these young ones can use them to produce the products and sell.
The Directorate of Industrial Training, Patrick Byakatonda, said the certification graduates received is not just a certificate of attendance, but a valuable qualification recognized nationally and globally.
We have trained you here, graduates, that you go and survive anywhere. Okay? Because we've taught you chakamchaka, mindset. We've told you that things can be bad, but you need to be here and be there. We've taught you everything. We've given the skills to learn. But more important, like when a child is growing, you need someone to nurture, to guide. So those people there in that tent, they are there to guide you. So make sure you know the contact of your RDC, chairman, CAO, commercial officer. Don't leave this place when you don't know their number.
The beneficiaries were selected from 4 administrative units of Buko District, Kweni District, Kapchora District and Kapchora Municipality. They were trained in different vocational skills such as carpentry, hairdressing, tailoring and welding.
And moving further afield, we go to Brazil, where Brazil's President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has vowed to punish supporters of the country's ex-leader Jair Bolsonaro after they stormed Congress. Supporters of the ousted far-right leader also stormed the Supreme Court and surrounded the presidential palace. But police regained control of the buildings in the capital, Brasilia, on Sunday evening after hours of clashes. Arriving in the city, Lula toured the Supreme Court building to see the damage for himself. Brazilia's civil police said that 300 people have been arrested. The city's governor, Ibanez Rocha, has been removed from his post for 90 days by the Supreme Court. Justice Alexandre de Moraes accused him of failing to prevent the riot and of being painfully silent in the face of the attack.
Paying your bills the old way.
Let's go. Just need to buy some power.
Paying your bills with the My Airtel app.
Bro, there's a line.
You have the power in your pocket. The power to instantly pay your bills hassle-free. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
Oh, you're back.
It's better to foster respect instead of fear and pain.
Cause a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
Growing up as a child, I used to play the game with balls made out of milk pints, sometimes banana fibers, and at times balls made out of clothes. I had a dream to one day play for the best clubs in the Uganda Premier League with the hope of one day representing my nation at the big stage. I made it, and now it's time to represent my nation in the CHAN 2023 in Algeria. I'm glad that UBC TVs and radios will showcase as we fight to bring joy and happiness to the people of Uganda. CHAN 2023, live from Algeria, starting from the 13th of January, is the answer to the call of duty.
Welcome back. Let's have a look now at sports news, and we're looking at tennis, where Uganda's current #1 seed Frank Tayebwa defeated fellow Davis Cup player and number 3 seed Simon Ayela 6-1 to claim the ultimate prize of the Lugogo Social Open Tennis Tournament played over the weekend at the Lugogo Tennis Courts. The tournament, that was played in a knockout format, attracted 32 players, notably Joel Muisuke, Trevor Kazibwe and Oscar Sengendo, and of course the finalists. The winner walked away with 500,000 Ugandan shillings, the second and third placed with 250,000 shillings each. Take a watch.
It's basically been organized by some tennis players, and they got together and had an entry fee, registration fee, as it is done for all tournaments, and they wanted to play, which was a very good thing for Uganda Tennis Association, because this year our calendar has really been marked for more social tennis. We have a lot of people playing on their own, and we wanted to try and formalize it. So when we met with Eric and he had started this initiative, it was really part of the growth that we had planned for the game in its revival.
The initiative was made by Eric from Norway, and
and myself, and Tony he works at the US Embassy. So we wanted to bring together all the community and here at Lugogo, and even with the children, and to support the local community. So that was our goal, and just to create a nice event. We had an event last year that was quite successful. So we tried to do this at least once a year. Yeah.
And that brings us to the end of this lunchtime bulletin here on UBC TV. Thank you so much for having kept us company. My name is Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma. See you in the evening.